Party's over.
I kick ass for the Lord!
Hello everybody and welcome to another movie review. Today we're going to talk about a film called Looper, starring Bruce Willis, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and a girl by the name of Emily Blunt. Those are the three main stars in this movie. Now here's the basic concept of Looper. It's pretty much got a really cool science fiction concept, a nice, real solid and interesting concept. It pretty much goes like this. In the distant future, time travel has been outlawed, and there's these. I'll try not to give away too many spoilers, but there's these people by the name of loopers, hence the title of the film. Anyways, these loopers, what they get the bad guys are sent to these loopers, and the loopers pretty much take the bad guys out. Well, that way the bad guys don't exist, in the future. That's pretty much the gist of Looper. I'm not gonna say too much more because I don't want to ruin the film for you guys. Anyways, it stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt is one of these so-called loopers in the film Looper. Now, I'll be honest, I had some very mixed feelings about Looper. Now let me give you the pros about Looper first of all. The acting is really good. I felt the acting of all three people, mainly Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Bruce Willis I thought was decent. Emily Blunt I thought was decent, but mainly Joseph Gordon-Levitt I thought was very well acting. Nothing was wrong with this performance, or nothing was wrong with any of the actor's performance in any sort of way. The concept of this was really nice. I really liked the concept, but those are kind of my only pros about. I have one more pro, but I'll talk about that later on. The cons about this film, I have a few. I have a lot actually, and the main thing was it took a real long time for anything to get started in the film Looper. Like, there was one interesting scene in about the first hour of the movie, and that was it. And that one interesting scene is about in the first 35 minutes or so. And if you've seen the scene, you know what I mean. There was one interesting scene, and besides that, I found the first hour of the film very boring, very monotonous. The film, I felt it was trying to find itself, and I felt it just wasn't going anywhere. I'm one of those people, when I'm watching a movie, I need something to captivate me and to interest me. But with Looper, I just wasn't finding that at all. See, I went into Looper thinking I was going to get a cool science fiction thriller, and with them, being on the kind of the floating motorcycles and racing around this, futuristic town, shooting each other with these futuristic guns. And I thought I was going to get this cool science fiction, futuristic thriller of a film. But Looper just didn't give me that. It was more of a kind of a character piece, kind of a, at least to me it was, my opinion. Kind of a drama, with some occasional thrills there. I believe the way they marketed the trailer was not excuse me. I believe the way they marketed the trailer was not good at all, because they marketed the film as kind of a science fiction thriller. But if you ask me, the only thing sci-fi about the film Looper is its concept, and that's the only thing about it that was sci-fi. Now, there's one great thing about it, and then I'll tell you my average 1 out of 10 review. And the one great thing about Looper that I personally loved was the last, I'd say, 20 or 25 minutes of the film. That point on, there's one thing that happens in the last 25 minutes of Looper, and if you've seen the scene, you know what I mean. From that moment on, the last 25 minutes, from that moment and that scene on, the film was just downright perfection. I loved it from that moment on. Even more, the last 5 minutes, my jaw was literally dropping out of my mouth. I mean, I saw the movie with my girlfriend. I looked back at her. She had the same reaction. I was like, in my mind, I was like, holy crap, did that just happen? And it was just the ending is so awesome and just so crazy. Not just the action part, not just the action, just the sentimental vibes and just what happens in general. Well, just the ending in general is great, and I loved the ending of Looper. Now, if the entire film would have been if the entire film, would have been on par with the ending, with the pacing of the ending, then I think I would have liked it. But I think, not that I have anything wrong with slow movies. Some of my favorite films, especially with horror, Looper's not a horror film, but especially with horror, I really like slow films when they're done right. But I felt Looper there was nothing there to captivate me or interest me. Now, some people, you might be the opposite, where you may like the movie the entire time because you really like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I thought he was solid, but there just wasn't anything to captivate me in this movie besides the last 20 minutes of the ending. I really liked the ending. The ending was great. So if I had to rate the film a 1 out of 10 rating, I'm going to give the film a solid 7, solely because of the ending. And then there was one bit, like I said in the first part, that I liked a lot, and then the concept was good enough to give it a 7. But if I was to rate just the ending gets a straight up 10 out of 10 because I really liked the ending. So anyways, that's my review of Looper. Critically, the film's done pretty well for itself. I think it's somewhere in the 90s range on RottenTomatoes.com if you guys like to use that site. I'm sure it's got pretty high ratings on IMDb.com. Also, it's directed by I forget the guy's name, but he directed Brick and the Brothers Bloom also. Brothers Bloom also. So I'm sure it's right here, written and directed by a man by the name of Ryan Johnson. So if you like anything he's done, might be something you want to check out. Anyways, I do recommend Looper, if solely just so you can see those last 20 minutes, because I guarantee you, if you're bored like I was, you'll like the last 20 minutes. So anyways, that's my review of Looper starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And like, comment, subscribe to my page below, and I'll see you guys later with another movie review.